Understanding native speakers can feel like decoding a secret language. You know the words, but when they start speaking so fast and using slang, it's like you've hit a wall. Why does it happen? In today's video, we are going to break down 4 reasons why you struggle to understand native speakers, and most importantly, how to fix it with real-life solutions. Let's dive in. Reason number 1, you struggle to understand native speakers. You only learn textbook English, not real-life English. Textbooks, well, they can be cool. They can teach you formal English, this correct English. It can be good for exams, but for real life, to be honest, I doubt it. And actually, I know for a fact that it's not the most efficient way to learn real life English. So if you've been studying just with textbooks, this is the main reason you can't understand native speakers, because native speakers do not speak like a textbook. I want you to think about your native language. For example, I am a Polish native speaker. I am from Poland. When I speak Polish, first of all, I make so many mistakes because Polish is a very difficult language, okay? But second of all, I use so many slang expressions, slang words, or I simply express my thoughts in the quickest and easiest way possible. It's the same with English native speakers. They don't care if something is grammatically correct, as long as it communicates the message. Here, guys, I'm talking about this informal language, informal conversations between friends, family. I'm not talking about business meetings. I'm just talking about casual language. Guys, textbooks are not gonna teach us slang, fast speech. That's why when a native speaker talks at full speed, you get lost because you are not exposed to this real life language. Before we dive into the solution, let me tell you a real life story, a story from my life. So when I was 19, I graduated from high school and I moved to the UK. I needed money, okay? So I found 2 full-time jobs. One of these jobs was being an admin clerk in an office, and that was actually a really good job. But the second job was being a cleaner in a restaurant. Anyway, at that point in my life, I only learned English at school. So I spoke this textbook English. I was working in this restaurant. It was called Pizza Express in the UK. And I asked one of my coworkers, hey, could you please provide me the salt, or could you please pass me the salt? Something like this. These native speakers, British guys, basically started laughing at me, and they asked me, where did you learn this expression? Like, nobody talks like this. And I was like, yeah, at school. It was very embarrassing, and this was the moment when I understood that the textbook English is not gonna serve me in real life. The solution, guys, immerse yourself in your target language. Immerse yourself in English. Live this language. Surround yourself with English as much as possible. Even if you are in your country, even if you didn't move to the UK or the US or Australia, whatever. If you have a computer or your cell phone and internet, the sky is the limit. So how exactly do we do that? Watch as many movies, as many shows, as many videos as possible. Listen to podcasts in English. Listen to music in English. But make sure that these videos, these movies, these shows are produced for native speakers, not for learners, for the real native speakers. The other cool way of immersing yourself in English is actually connecting English to your daily actions. For example, I go to the gym every single day. So while walking on a treadmill, I always listen to a podcast in English. Speak as much as possible. Now I know it's the most difficult thing to do when learning a new language. That's why we're gonna get to it in the second part of this video. Now let me tell you a story again from my life. So I learned Spanish in just 7 months. Entonces, hablo español perfectamente, hablo español cada día porque habían algunos comentarios que me decían, bueno, habla español porque no te creemos que hables español. Pues sí, hablo español, ¿ok? Hablo español así y incluso pienso en español ahora en mi día a día porque mi novio es español también. Estoy haciendo business coaching en español. Entonces, español es mi vida. So Spanish is my life. How I learned Spanish so fast, I connected Spanish to my daily routine and I started living Spanish. Another cool tip is learn something new in English. Something that you wanted to learn anyway, but do it in English. Or you can also switch one of your daily tasks to English. Okay guys, let's go to reason number 2. You struggle to understand native speakers. Well, it's because native speakers speak fast and they connect words. So they do not divide words, they connect them all together. Here is the thing, native speakers are not gonna speak like your listening exercises from school or from your textbook. I am a Polish native speaker and I do not speak Polish like this. I connect words all together. Sometimes I skip some sounds in Polish that are not really necessary to say something faster. The same thing happens, obviously, in English. So instead of saying, "What are you doing?" native speakers are gonna say, "What you doing? Is he okay? Is he okay? Let him do it. Let him do it." It's not like you don't know the words. You know the words. I know you know the words. They simply sound different when they are connected. Normal sentence would be like, "I do not get it." Right? You understand the words. And native speakers would say, "I don't get it. I don't get it." It sounds different. So guys, the solution, what to do with it. Train your ears with slow and then fast listening of real life sources, real life conversations, not your listening exercises from the book, okay? On Netflix, on YouTube, on Spotify, we have this magic button to slow things down, okay? So at the beginning, we're gonna listen to the videos or to the conversations slower, and we're gonna turn the subtitles on. There is absolutely nothing wrong about watching the videos with subtitles. Even native speakers do it. And then once you got it, we're gonna bring it back to normal and we're gonna shadow native speakers. What's shadowing? My favorite technique, the shadowing technique. You're gonna repeat after native speakers. Okay, so you slowed it down, you read the subtitles, you got it, you understand it. So now you're gonna bring it back to normal, to the normal pace, and you're gonna repeat. This is fantastic. I did it a lot with Spanish and it worked because I can speak Spanish fluently. Obviously, my accent is still kind of Polish. The same with English, right? When I speak English, you can hear that I'm not a native speaker, but it's okay. My accent, my story. I like my accent actually. So of course I want to speak correctly. I want to speak with an American accent, but if I still sound kind of Polish, that's okay. You know what I do? And I absolutely love it. I listen to a lot of interviews in American English and they help me a ton to keep learning new words. For example, some months ago, I was listening to an interview with a psychiatrist and they were using the word shrink, all the time shrink. And I was like, what the hell is shrink? They didn't teach me that at school. And then I Googled it and it's a psychologist, a psychotherapist. Reason number 3 why you struggle to understand native speakers. Because you don't practice enough. You are not regular with your practice and you don't speak to real people. I promise we're gonna talk about speaking, the most difficult part of learning a language. So here we are. So you might study English a lot. I know you know all of the words, you know the grammar, you were a very good student, but you still don't understand them. It's like learning how to swim, but just in theory. Imagine that you learn how to swim without going into the water. Can you swim? No. The same here. You learned just theory. You know millions of words. Did you practice? No. Can you speak? No. Can you understand native speakers? Of course not. So the solution, I need you to jump into the water. Speak English regularly, ideally with native speakers. If that is not possible, speak to yourself. when you don't have a speaking partner. Then obviously you have access to the internet because you are watching this video. So you can join some Facebook groups, online communities, some free sources. You can find a language partner or a tutor if you have a budget for that. Find a tutor. That would be awesome. A speaking partner. You just have to pay for it. It absolutely doesn't have to be perfect. You just need to get used to it. You need to get used to hearing and speaking English naturally. It has to flow. It has to flow as your native language flows. There is a number 4, why you struggle to understand native speakers. Different slangs and accents make it confusing. English is one language, but it has so many accents, so many slangs, depending on the country, region, and even the group of people speaking. For example, in the US, they would say vacation. In the UK, they would say holiday. Or you all in the US becomes y'all. Or isn't it in the UK becomes in it. I remember when I was at the beginning of my English journey, it was driving me nuts. It was driving me crazy. And I understood this one thing that I'm gonna share with you here right now too late. Because I tried to learn everything. But then I finally made up my mind. I decided to go with just the American accent. So I focused on the vocabulary that they use in the US. Obviously, in the US, there are a lot of slangs, right? In the South, they speak differently than they do in New York or in California, right? But at least I decided to say vacation instead of holidays. Or I decided to say garbage instead of rubbish. Guys, we're gonna wrap it up here. Thank you so much for watching. If you struggle to understand native speakers, it's not your fault. But now you know how to fix it. Let me know in the comments what's the hardest part about understanding native speakers for you. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel. It's absolutely cost-free for you, but it's gonna help me a lot. See you in my next one. Bye bye.